right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to Elevated. It's not really a podcast today. It's going to be more of an intro. It's going to be more of an interview. We're here today with Joel Cisalima.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm going to be interviewing him. The goal of today is to really figure out who you are. I want to know who you are, what you like, how your brain works, and that's the purpose. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and it should be thought provoking. I should get a good sense at the end of the 40 minutes.
Mhm.
So to start off, I kind of want you to explain to me, who do you think you are?
Well, I mean, as many people know me, they know me as the DJ, the producer. Uh, I guess you could say not the quiet person, but the not outgoing person.
Not
You know?
outgoing?
As in, like, I've always been throughout my life, I guess stuck in a bubble, but at the same time, I've always had times where I've been out the bubble, where I can express myself, but at the same time not. Where I'll also still I'll keep myself closed, but I'll also not,
You think that defines who you are? Being in the bubble?
Right now, no, just because I'm expressing myself more. Mostly, I guess you could say because of doing the podcast is making me be more outgoing with myself and actually
It helps you open up.
It helps me open up a lot, and it makes me speak about exactly me, because when it comes to me talking and all, I'm just not that type of person. As people that know me, mostly family, they know me as like, you know, of course it's different when I'm with my family because I'm always outgoing. Like they know me, I give the good energy because I've been like that since I was a little kid. But at the same time, when it came to like publicly and all, I've always been just quiet and shy.
Are you trying to like be more, in a sense, outgoing? Are you trying to open up more?
Yeah, a lot more. I feel like I'm progressing, outgoing.
What was I gonna say? Are you like not comfortable with who you are?
I'm comfortable now with who I am because I'm actually expressing myself more and like being more outgoing and proving who actually I really am, even when it comes to DJing or just with speaking,
And you also attach being a DJ to who you are as well.
Mhm.
That defines who you are.
Because as many people know me, they knew me as a DJ. I've been DJing since I was 9 years old. Quarantines when like it kind of really, I guess, made me be more outgoing with it and actually showing myself of who I am on a screen. But at the same time, being on the screen would be very different than actually showing myself out in the world.
Yeah, letting people know who you are.
Exactly.
What you have to
now
say.
people that text me, they're actually like, wow, I'm now getting to know who you are. I'm seeing that you're really expressing yourself out more. I can see that you're not just a DJ, you're a speaker. They see me as a talker now. They see me as the DJ. They see me as a producer, because at the same time I make beats. So
is that something you like? You like giving people the outlet to know who you are?
of course, because like nowadays, I'm getting more of that publicity and that more of that I'm getting just good expressions from people that's seeing me who I really am, and they're like, okay, I actually like what this. I like what this kid's doing, what this DJ is doing. He's doing his own stuff, and it's good to see that he's actually upgrading himself and making himself into a bigger and bigger person,
100%. I feel you. So you said that your DJing is one of it defines who you are. Would you consider that to be your passion?
I could say DJing right now is my passion. As I said, I've done it for many years. I've been experienced with many things that I've done, whether it came to the clubs or just being in my room, being in my own zone, Because now when it comes to me actually being out, I can be out and do my own stuff. When it comes to
out the
DJing,
closet?
Yeah, out the closet, buddy. Yeah, how about that? Out the closet, buddy.
How did you come into DJing? What made you decide that that's what you want to do?
Well, it all started when I was about 8 years old, My uncle was the one that really motivated me to want to be a DJ, I guess.
When did you start?
I started when I was 9 years old, but
9 years old.
8 years old is when I started like kind of getting the feel of it, and I actually started seeing it a lot more, mostly because my uncle would take me to his gigs, and that's what made me be like, okay, I can actually do this for.
Where do you want to go in this DJing thing?
Well, I mean, I would want to go in a good spot where it's like maybe I can probably even work for a radio station, But at the same time, if that really doesn't happen, I always have my backup plans no matter what.
What would that be?
Well, right now I'm in trade school studying to be a welder. So
Okay.
it could be either that or, yeah, that's about it for
whatever.
now.
I get you. I feel you. Do you think that so for me, right, I can't like the saying like you should always have a plan B. I feel like that's kind of like not what some people want to hear. I feel like you should put your all into what you're passionate about because at the same sense, I think that's what your purpose is. Because this is obviously something that you found an outlet in. Like I can just tell that DJing was a way for you to express to the world who you are, and it was a way to really separate whatever was going on in life, whatever was whatever you're going through, and then really just hone in on DJing and let that be your outlet.
Mm-hmm.
But you think that being that DJ on the radio stations, doing all these type of things, that's where you want to be. That's where you want it to
I
end.
feel like that's where we want to be at because, I mean, you know, with me mostly progressing with being a DJ throughout the years, quarantines when I really saw like all these DJs uploading their stuff, and I seen that they uploading the radio stations and all, like them being on
Yeah,
radio stations. I would listen to the radio stations when I'll be in like the car or whatever, and I always tell my parents, I'll be like, I would actually want to do that for a living. Like if I would be in that radio station, I could definitely say I made it. If I could be honest with you, like for me to ever get an opportunity to work in a radio station, I'm gonna definitely say yeah.
yeah.
This is the
That's
end
the
of
goal.
this is the end of my goal, and that's it. This is all I'm gonna need for my life.
You think so?
I feel like that would be it because I mean, when it comes to music and all, I've always been with music throughout my life. At the same time, I make music, so like I sing, I do all that. So
I feel you. But you think so? I look at DJing, I look at radio stations. They're not trending upward.
hmm
So you don't think that you might have the opportunity to go somewhere else?
but if I have a chance to go somewhere else, I would take that chance.
Yeah.
Because the way I would say it is like me whenever I get a chance, or like something comes to me and it's actually an opportunity, I'm gonna just take that opportunity no matter what it is. That's the way I've always been. I've always been like
100%.
where it's like whatever it is I have to do, I'll take it to do it. Mostly if it's mostly with DJing, is more. I feel like it would be great because I'm more experienced with it and I actually do it for a living. So
Do you believe in yourself in being a DJ?
of
You
course,
believe in yourself fully, or do you doubt yourself some days, or
there's
some days you're like,
times
this might not be for me.
there's times I'm like that, but at the same time, when I listen to music, it just motivates me more to actually
Yeah.
believe in myself because I feel like I have a passion with this, a very good passion where every day, even when I'm like not working for a club, I'll be in the room making my own mixes, trying to make like new stuff, making the audience be more like, okay, wow, I've never seen this before, because I've seen a couple like on Instagram, like I've seen DJs that make their own creations on it, mashups or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and I've always wanted to do something like that, but do something different, where it can make people really be like, wow, this is like, you know, make them think in their head like, wow, this is actually just crazy.
This is good. This is good music.
Good, like where it
That
makes
good,
people
good.
like, yeah, bro.
I feel you. What do you think are some desires you have in life? What are your desires? What do you desire in life?
Can you elaborate desire?
Desire. What are your wants? Like
Oh,
if you picture yourself in 5 years, what are some things that you'll have? What type of name will you have built up for yourself? What
I
type of
feel
person will you be?
like I'll be that person that, as everybody knows, as the DJ. As in like, I feel like in 5 years, if I see myself like as a DJ, and as many people that know me, I feel like that would just be what I need in life. You know what I mean? Like
You don't desire money, women,
money, yeah. I mean,
fame,
fame.
cars. What are the things that you currently go after? What do you so to put it better, right? Once you become a DJ, right? And you're obviously making money and you're doing all this thing and you get to a certain plateau in life, what are the things that you're
Oh,
gonna really be obtaining for yourself?
I feel like if I get that limit to where I'm actually good, where I'm actually like I'm actually out there with DJing, then I can actually have my life settled down. Have a little family, maybe.
Is family
Um,
important to you?
Family is very important to me. It's always been like that throughout my whole life. I mean, like family is the one thing that I stick with forever, no matter what. So
How important is and this is another question. How important is family and also you can speak on this later. Faith mean to you? How important is that to you? Family and faith.
it's very important because in faith, the thing about me, I've always had faith in not even just my family, but anything that I do in life. I've always had a belief that I can do great in life
Do anything you can.
if I could just push myself in life, then I'll do it. I know I'll do it. I've always been the type to be a fighter and just push for what I want to do.
Yeah. How
You
are you
know,
pushing yourself these days?
by just progressing more with what I do. Even if it's going to school, working. Making the money. Making sure I'm actually being responsible with the money. doing right for the family. It's always like it's all around. With what I do. It's like
100%.
it's
What
like
are
a
you
little
doing these
list.
days? Tell the audience what do you do? What are you in?
Right now, I'm working. Right now, I'm working.
Working where?
I don't want to speak much on that, but I'm working.
You're working.
I'm
You're
working.
going to school, right?
I'm going to school right now. I'm studying to be a welder. If you don't know what that is, look it up.
Yeah. Do welders make a lot of money?
Welders make a lot of money. Yes, that's a lot. Mostly if you work in a union or like a city job. Mostly in the city, yeah, they make a lot of money.
Is that one of your desires, money?
Money's a very good thing. I can say it is a desire because it's gonna help me push forward in life.
But you don't look at it as like the be all end all.
Yeah, it's not gonna. I wouldn't say it's gonna be all that because at the same time, money's not everything in life. Yes, it's good to have. I'm not gonna say I mean, as many people say,
Yeah.
money is great to have in life.
A lot of people just chase money. And
Yeah,
that's
but
it.
at
And
the
then they
same
get the money and then that's it. Fuck, where do I go now?
exactly, like they're very lost with it. That's why with me, like if I ever do get the money, I'm actually gonna know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna know. Okay, I need to make sure this is good, that's good. I mean, making sure everything's settled down.
You're gonna take care of your family.
Of course, bro.
You make sure what type of investments you think you're gonna get.
Investments.
Yeah. You gonna get cars, houses?
I would get.
What's going on in that head of yours,
definitely-
man? I'm trying to open you up.
Definitely, I'll get like
Pause.
definitely get a house for me and my family, me, my mom, and my sister.
How important is the family to you?
It's very important.
And how what are some scenarios where family was really like you need it?
If there's times I need family, it's mostly times when I'm really going through like a bad day or I'm just going through like a lot that day.
Yeah.
Even through like my deep thoughts where it's just like I guess I just get tightened in a bubble and I don't express it because I mean I don't do that. But if I really have to express myself, I'll express it to the family, mostly like my mom or sister.
So you don't like expressing yourself?
Mostly to myself, no.
Why not?
Because it's just like I don't really want anybody to really know of my personal life, I guess you could say.
You think it's that, or you think you just have like a lot of bottled up trauma that you're going through?
It could be that too. I have a lot of bobbled up.
It could be, or it is.
Okay, it is.
You're not willing to. So what about it though? What's making you not want to feel comfortable opening up to people? Have you been hurt in the past?
That's mostly been why. Like I've gone through a lot of like bad stuff. I've gone through just stuff that's made me it made me want to stay in that bubble and just not, like throughout the years when I did go through a lot, it just made me like little by little it just tightened up in my head and it just made me be like, okay, I'm gonna stay in this zone and I'm just gonna stay in this bubble and not really express it. But at the same time, my family, like my mom and my sister, they're always the type to really make me want to let it out and like really express it more. And I'll actually like really tell them what's up, even through the days that I don't have a good day.
I get you. I'm really happy that you have the outlet of family to really get you to open up. Because obviously, your boys like me, Brian, Adam, we're not always there to really see what's going on, how you're doing, which we should improve on. Because I can tell you want to talk about how you feel. I'm trying to give you an outlet to really speak on what's going on. You see, it's like you're trying not to let it come out, and I know how you're feeling. I'm the type that I don't like talking about my emotions because the times that I do, it bites me in the ass.
Exactly.
It just fucks me over at the end. But what is it exactly that you're trying to hide from?
As you guys
You see how you see how that pause? Because you know exactly this is the thing. You know exactly where it is, what's going on. But you need to get out of that.
It's mostly just, I guess you could say the stuff that I've lost in my life.
Like
a lot of loved ones that I lost.
I understand. We're gonna speak on that. You think it's has anything to do with relationships?
Relationships, yes.
Yeah, that had a bad effect on you.
I've had a bad effect, not through middle school, but through high school. Yes, middle school, I did go through some bad breakups. I've gotten cheated on in 8th grade. I remember that was like the main relationship that I actually had that was good. But at the same time, throughout that time, I was very bobbled up, so I wasn't really expressing myself to the person. So that at the same time, that was also my fault. The way I can see it now, I'm very more up there where I can actually speak to them about it. But at the time when I was with them, it was bad. They got very angry at me and they was like, okay, you're not doing anything, so you know what, you're gone. And it's funny because I mean they didn't even tell me it. I had to hear from somebody else that they were dating somebody while they were dating me. So I guess that mentally messed me up. And I was like, okay, if that's how it's gonna be, there's not much I could do
Do
except
you
to
think
just say
that affected how you go about other relationships?
yes, because that really made me stick in that bubble and maybe just wanna not really like
It was that
express.
band-aid that was just like you don't want to rip
I didn't
off.
want to rip off, and then when I did rip it off, it just led to me like speaking too much, where it was just like the person got tired of me, and the person was just like, I can't do this no more.
Oh, so you're saying that so it's like when you were bottled up too much,
Hmm.
that was a problem. And then when you started telling the person, this is how I feel, they said it was too much.
Because they couldn't deal with all the stuff that I went through, even with the way I acted. Because I'm not gonna lie with you, I don't want to get much on relationships, but at the time when I little by little when I was dating, I guess I got experience with what they would with the energy that they were giving me. I gave it to that next person that I was with, and
Mm,
texting me,
don't worry about it.
and I mean, you know, I've been with a lot of people that were toxic. So I guess that's the one thing that really messed me up mentally. Because in the future, when I did date other people, I gave that same energy to them where I would act toxic and I would just not really care about anything. And I would just really, I guess you could say, be with them just for nothing. But
Just to be with them.
just to be with them and just goof around. I was that type
I
of
definitely felt that. Don't worry.
I was the H word, if you know what that means.
I think the audience knows what that means. Damn. I definitely feel what you're saying. But to go back on the things that you're going through, because this is what I really want to I see this is a pressing point for you. I want to know what are some hardships that you've been through, and I also want you to explain how you overcame those hardships. And if you haven't, I want to actually work. I want to see if we can get you over those.
Well,
Not over them, but
the hardships that I went through, I've lost in a couple of people in my life. If that's the one thing that really affected me a lot, mostly like I lost my father. That's the one thing that affected me a lot. That really bit me. I lost one of my close friends, I would say, because I was very close with him. Um, I lost my uncle, and I think it was more family that really affected me more.
losing your family.
Losing my family, I think that's the one thing that really made me worse. Mostly losing my father just made me want to just shut down and just not do what I want to do anymore. Like when it came to DJing and all, I kind of took a break from it when I lost him because I was like, I just can't do all this right now. Because it's like even if when it came to me listening to music, it just made me think about him more, and it was just like I can't do this. So I took a break. I was focusing on myself. But I did have great people by my side. When it all happened. I had Brian by my side. I had my friends, I had my cousins, my parents, uncles, aunts, like grandparents, everybody. But at the same time, I had to be there for my mom and sister, where I had to be the strong one. But at the same time,
Do you think that did you think that was took a toll on you to be that support system when you were also going through things? Because obviously you felt you had to feel your ways, but then I can see how it must have been hard to also be there for them when
it
you're
was
feeling like
very
shit.
hard. When it all happened fast, and like literally, when I tell you the next morning when I woke up, I still felt like it didn't happen. Like it was just all a dream.
Mm.
So mostly because I would see my mom and sister like that, it just shut me down bad. And as a strong person I am, I had to still be there for them. I spoke to them, I mean, like, they got mad at me because they told me to express myself a lot, and they're like, if you need to cry, you could cry. And I didn't cry that much. I'm not gonna lie. The funeral, of course I did, but other than that, I didn't cry that much because I just, when it came to being emotional and all, I always just I didn't know how to react to it. Mostly with pain like that, I just don't know how to react to it. I
Mm.
don't know how to express myself when it comes to stuff like that. I would cry, but with my mom and sister, that's the most.
Yeah.
And sometimes if I'm just in the house or not even that, just publicly, if I'm with family or friends, it would just come out, and it's like I just have to let it out. It's just too much that I can't keep it in myself no matter what. Like I can't keep it in a bubble no matter what. So there's times if I have to leave it out. If I have to let it out, I have to let it out.
I'm glad that you're capable of doing that. A lot of people aren't capable. A lot of people don't have that support system around them either. I mean,
That's
when I was younger, and I don't want to make this a me thing, but I had my father had 3 brain tumors, 2 major ones. The last one was not that major, but
mhm.
that obviously doesn't compare to what you've been through. But it did take a toll on me, and
Yeah, of
not
course.
to say that I didn't have a support system, but it wasn't really. It was like I was young, when it first happened, and it was like nobody really told me how to feel about it, or I couldn't really understand what was going on, and I didn't not again, not to say that I didn't have the support system, but it's like I didn't even know how to get through what I was going through, let alone even know what I was going through. You know what I mean? But what advice do you have to give for the people that were in your situation, are in your situation, and don't have that support system?
The most I
What would
could
you say to
say
them?
is just, it's gonna be hard. There's gonna be hard days that you're gonna go through a lot. Trust me, I know. I've went through, still to this day I go through hard days. I mean, I can't even go to the cemetery anymore to see him because it's that bad. Like I don't do that. I can't do that. My mom and sister, they get mad at it when I can't. But they gotta understand it's too much. I just can't do all that because it's gonna make me wanna just be back in that bubble, and I'm not gonna do that. But at the same time, I do my best to go, but I try to go alone because I feel like it's better when I could just be in my own space and do my own stuff alone.
Do you feel him around you?
Of course, every day, even no matter what, even before I leave the house, you know, I have a whole like I have a whole picture frame. I have a whole like little spot for him, and I'm just I talk to him. I'm not gonna lie. I speak to him.
That's good.
I always talk
You
to him.
definitely should.
I talk to him. I tell him about my day. I do what I could. Even like before I go to bed, I pray. I talk to him. I tell him about how my day's going. I tell him about the bad days I had. Because I had a very strong connection with him where it was like there'd be times that I can tell him anything and he'll tell me what's up. He'll tell me.
What was the type of relationship you guys had, if you feel
I had a
comfortable?
very strong relationship. I think having a relationship with him was one of the best things I ever had. Mostly because he always like made me explore life. Like I'll always
Mm.
be around with him doing whatever. Even when it came to DJing, he was like my number one fan, my number one supporter that was there for me no
He
matter
didn't
what.
tell you like, oh, you need to go weld.
Nah, it's funny because like when I started welding, that was way after everything that happened.
Mm.
Because when he was here, I was doing electrical, and he loved when I was doing electrical because he was like, "You're actually good with this, you actually have the good, what's up." The one thing that he always told me is that he liked that I was always all around when it came to me finding a career. Every time with me, if it's not just DJing, I'll always learn something no matter what. Electrical, welding, even construction, anything, yo. I learned it all. I learned it not by myself, but I learned it with my family. Like my uncle, he's the one that really taught me everything about it. My dad too. And that's just the one thing about me is that I always had. I always like to learn stuff. Because I want to have that.
You think
Experience.
sorry, that water fucked me up. You you think that damn, I was gonna say, what were the biggest lessons that you got from him?
The biggest lessons I got from him was just one thing that he would always tell me is just, yo, it's just, you don't have to make me proud, but make yourself proud. Do
Mm.
what you love in life. Don't worry about what anybody's doing. At the end of the day, you're doing what you want to do, and that's all that matters. You know. There's times that he would tell me, I'm not gonna tell you I'm proud of you because you know that already. But I want you to know that for yourself, that you're proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the family. Make sure that you're doing what you love and make sure that you're being proud of what you're doing, you know? And there'll be times that, that will really like hit me hard. That's the one thing that really hit me more hard because when it all happened, I think that's just made me want to just be like, wow, I'm still gonna remember that to this day of what he said. And I still take it to this day, like whatever I do, DJing or whatever, like getting with the music stuff and all, like when I'm recording and all, I always feel like he's still there. I always have that feeling that I'm like, all right,
You hear his voice in your head.
I always hear his voice in my head, and I'm always just like, all right, you know what? I know he's there for me, and I love it.
That's
You know.
good. That's good. That's something I'm happy that you have that connection.
hmm
Again, a lot of people don't have that connection, and
Ex-
it's not
There's
they don't
many.
take it like you
That's
take it.
that's what my dad would
You
always tell
know.
me though. He always be like, yo, just be happy for what you have. Because there's
Mm.
many people out there that don't have fathers. There's many people that's just in foster care. So you gotta be happy with what you have. Be happy of
What you got?
what you got. And I always tell him I was like, I'm happy for what I got. I'm happy, and I don't gotta worry about anything in life. Cause you know what? I know that I have you. I got my mom, my sister by my side. Like they're my whole team. That's the way I could tell you, bro. So
I get you. What do you think the biggest lessons you learned from your mother are?
the biggest lessons I learned from my mother
How to cook? How to
was,
clean?
huh?
How to cook?
How to cook, yeah. How
I'm
to clean.
messing around. I know you're watching.
How
I'm
to
messing
clean,
around.
right, mom? How to clean, just everything, bro. Like she always told me, she's just the same thing as my dad would tell me. She told me the same thing. Just do what you love. I don't care what you're doing, no matter what in life. I want you to just enjoy what you're doing and just have fun at it, yo. And
That's
just make
amazing.
sure you're using that as a career, and that's something that you're actually doing. Cause my mom, she sees me DJing. Like she sees me in the house. I have my speaker on sometimes, and she be like, "Yo,
Yeah, this my shit.
nah." She loves it. She loves when I do my music when I'm like DJing and all, like in the house. Cause she's like, mostly cause me being in a house school of like with old school and all. She loves that.
Yeah.
Cause she loves that I'm actually still with that. Like I'm not saying I'm carrying what she's giving me, but I'm following her shoes.
You think you're an old soul?
I'm a very old soul. I'm gonna tell you that, bro. I could
Yeah.
listen to all the new music no matter what, but
Is it
I'm
just in
always
music or in the way you handle certain situations?
just the way the way I handle certain situations. Cause I mean, my parents, they're old school. They the way that it just came with whatever it came with them in life, expressing themselves or just being whatever. They had that old school in them. So I'll take what they would tell me, and I'll just have the same energy, bro.
That's good. To transition to another question, because I want to get off this topic. I know it's hard.
Mm.
On a better question, how would you like to impact the world?
Impact
you
the
could,
world. If
yeah.
I could, I guess it would just be better music. Better music, I mean,
What, you're gonna make better music?
make better. No, I'm gonna DJ better music.
Ah,
I'm gonna
okay,
mix. I'm gonna
okay.
mix.
You're not gonna
I'm
be playing the Ice Spice and the
I don't,
fucking.
bro. The thing about me is that when it comes to music, I always try to put people on because there be times that I'm making my mixes and people see it and they're like, "Wow, I never heard this song before. You didn't hear it? Now you heard it from Djboogie."
How do you
You
go
feel me?
about finding songs for that?
I'm gonna tell you right now. With me, I'm always like all around with searching with music. So
Yeah.
I'm always the type that I'm like, okay, I want to find something new.
Mm.
And the thing about me too is that I see it on Instagram. Like when I see DJs, I see the old school music that they play, and I'm like, I gotta find this song. I gotta find what's up with this. But at the same time, with me, I'm always searching around looking for like new stuff. Even if
Gotcha.
it's like remixes or whatever. I always try to find new stuff. Even when it comes to me making remixes, I always try to like add that little touch, of the new school, but always mix it up with old school,
Always
so
mix it
people
up
can
old
know
school.
what's up with me. That I could listen to new school, but I'm gonna put y'all on right now and show y'all the real me.
I get you. I want to go back to the faith part because I didn't speak on that, but you said faith is important to you in all aspects, right? In what way do you have faith?
Do I have faith?
In faith in yourself? Obviously you
I'll-
do, but I'm talking about more of God. You have faith in God?
Of course I do.
And how is God in your life, would you say?
God is very good with me in my life. Oh shit. because I mean, God has always just been there by my side, even through my hard times. Like as I told you, when I lost my father, it really bit me hard. But I moved forward in life. I always pray to God to always help me get through these days, these hard days. There'll be days I'll just be in my room not doing nothing, bro. I'll be in my sheets, like in my bed sheets, pause. You feel me? Like, yo. And I'll just be like, yo, bro. I'll be like, okay, it's that day, all right. But at the same time, I never try to like, I guess I could say let my demons beat me. Because there'll be times I'll have, like if I'm depressed or whatever, I'll always try to move forward in life and push myself and be like, okay.
Do you feel like you are always falling into that state of depressed? Would you say that's
Now,
something that you fall into?
there's times maybe, but right now, no. Because I've actually been experienced with not trying to get through depression, Like, as I tell you, me, when it came to depression, I didn't really go through it as much. Maybe like during quarantine, I had a time where I did go through it a lot, where I was just lost in my life and I just didn't know what to do. So, I would just, it would just lead to me wanting to, do drugs and all. And that is where I guess really hit me too. Cause I'm like, I can't do this, And it hurt me more when it was like my parents finding out. Cause it's like, it's crazy to have your parents find out,
Oh, believe me, bro.
But I'm
I
telling
fucking
you,
know, bro.
bro,
I know.
mostly when it was with my pops. Cause my pops really was the one that he was like, yo, I can't let you do this. Like I can't let you just, cause my father, he went through stuff too in life, and he always told me, don't do what I do. Always try to do better than me. Like he always told me, do what you gotta do, but don't follow what I do. Don't be under my shoes. Be your own man. Be the better man that I am. And I always told him, I was like, you're not a bad guy. You sound like you are, like, but you actually.
Well, he obviously just wanted better for you.
He wanted better for me. Yeah, I know. But I always told him, I was like, you can never tell yourself you're a bad guy because you're a great guy. Like he always told me, he's like, bro, I don't know what I'm doing in my life, and I'm like, you know what you're doing? Look at what you're doing. You have kids. You're a great father. You're a great husband. You're being there for us. I think that's the best love to ever have, bro. I told him, I was like, you're you won, bro. I told him that straight up. I was like, you won, because to have a family, that's the one thing that I would want to have too. You
With
know,
a future DJ, that shit,
future DJ,
I
bro.
would feel good too,
Yeah,
man.
I'm telling you, bro. Like he always, that's the one thing too, bro. Even with DJing, he always loved what I did when it came to DJing, because he saw me that I was actually enjoying it. Because throughout my life, I was always around with whatever I did. I took a break from DJing during, like, not quarantine, but like a little bit after quarantine. I took a break because I was like, there's not much to do, you know? I was like, I don't know what to do. I came back to it and I enjoyed it more. And that's why I'm like, I'm actually trying to get this as like, trying to use this as a career, you know, because I'm like, I actually have
Yeah.
a passion and I believe that I can actually do this and make it better in life and make a choice for me, you know? Like, you know.
I believe in you. I think you'll definitely, as long as you believe in yourself and you keep that relationship with God
Exactly.
open,
All the time.
and always make sure you make sure you feel that presence with your father always. I think
All the
I
time,
truly
bro.
believe that you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna go wherever you want to go.
Exactly.
Because
And at the same time, you know, it's the love I get. You know, I get great supporters that tell me, you know what, they're like, yo, bro, you doing your stuff. You know, I love what you're doing, bro. I've gotten DJs from radio stations that told me that, and I'm like, nah, I'm pushing myself forward. Now that
you're
gives me
doing your
that,
thing, yeah.
that gives me the energy to be like, yo, bro, I'm gonna put y'all on. I'm gonna make this something real, bro. Just watch with what I come with. Mostly when it's us having a podcast, bro. People see it more, and they're like, wow, he's not just a DJ, he's a speaker, and it's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. It's crazy to see that he actually knows what's up, you know.
I bet. Don't worry about that. We still got a few more minutes.
All right.
So based on the conversation, my outlook on you is, and let me know if I got anything wrong. You're passionate about DJing. You think that's where you're gonna go in life. You think that's where your purpose lies. You're gonna impact the world by making music, making good music more accessible to people. Because I think that's a problem in society. We can agree on. A lot of people are just listening to dirt music.
We're losing music. We're losing good music. That's what
We
I
are,
can say.
yeah.
We're losing good music.
But it's okay because we got people like Adam Cash that produce, you know, the real
Adam
shit.
Cash,
Shout
my
out to
guy.
Adam Cash.
Adam Cash in the spot.
Y'all gonna see the Adam Cash interview
Bro,
soon.
watch, bro.
Your desires. You don't desire money. You don't desire women. You don't desire a lot of things that
Yo, bro,
normal men desire.
Mostly when it comes, yo, bro, I'm not trying to be like one of those guys that you see me as, like, just like, okay, yeah, he's the same thing. He's just gonna follow what these other guys are doing, like, and all. Like, bro, I'm not gonna fiend for a girl. Right now, I'm focusing on me. I don't need to do any of that right now, bro. On some facts, bro. Like, I'm focusing on me and actually trying to get a career out of this right now. The future is what's gonna hold me to get a family, you know, where I actually find the
100%.
one. I actually get, you know, I get everything situated, you know. Because at the same time, when it comes to relationships, I'm type bad in there. I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie.
I think you'll find the right person when it's time. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. When it's time, you know, like there's many people out there.
100%.
There's many people out there, even my mom's,
A lot
like
of fish in the
anybody.
sea.
There's like no, but there's many people out there like that tell me, even my mom's, and they be like, "Yo, you gotta get a girlfriend." I'm like, "No, I don't." I was like, "You tell me that, but that's because you want me to have a girlfriend."
Yeah, she want grandkids.
Like, yo,
Yeah, don't worry about
she
it.
tells me that. It's not even just that. It's just like family that tells me that. I'm just like, I don't need a girlfriend. You know why? Because I'm chill with the way I am right now. I don't need a girl to make me happy. I can make myself happy, yo. Like
That's good.
Like,
That's good. I
what?
think I truthfully believe that you're gonna find the one when it's time,
exactly,
or
bro.
she'll find you when it's time.
And I've had like girls that would hit me up telling me, "Yo, bro, you really good at DJing." And I'm like, okay. But they would like text me like OD, and they'd be like, yo, you mad cute, yo, you trying to do something? And I'm just like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that, bro. Like, I don't want to be used.
Haram.
I don't want to be used
That
as
is haram.
I don't want to be used as a piece of meat, bro. I don't do that, bro. I'm like, what you think I am, bro? Also, real,
I get you. I get you.
What you think this is, bro?
So we know your passion. I know what you're passionate about. I know what your desires are. I know what you don't like. You're also an introverted person. You have the habit of putting yourself in a bubble, and I think that's something you're gonna work on. Obviously, through time, You're gonna.
I feel like
hopefully
now,
through this outlet that we have, we're gonna get you out of that bubble.
Now, little by little, I'm getting out that bubble because it's like even in school, I can express myself, but even in public, is more where it's like, okay, I can actually talk, yo. I can actually tell people what's up, you know, and I like seeing that to myself because I'm like, okay, I'm expressing myself. I'm doing more better for myself. I'm actually upgrading up. I'm not going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you. So you think I have a pretty good understanding of who you are?
I think you do.
If someone was to come to me and say, "Yo, who is Joel?" You think I would be the one to know?
I think you know what's up, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the purpose. I hope y'all enjoyed this little video that we made. Hope you enjoyed the interview. I hope you guys learned something about Joel. I hope you guys actually learned something that I hope you guys took what he said and applies it to your life when it comes to just women or any type of loss of family member, any hardship that you go through. I hope you guys really learned and appreciated what he had to say. On that note, it was great fucking talking to you. We're definitely gonna do another fucking part 2.
Yeah.
Really get you going.
Definitely, bro.
But that's that. I'm gonna clap it out.